Hi guys, happy new year. It's Diolo. Hi. I know, I'm back. You missed my face. Aww. Towards the end of last year, right, I got the result of one of our Incourses back, and it turns out that your boy D got the second to the lowest score in that Incourse. It didn't even, no, the fact that I failed, we've done videos on the failure issue. So the fact that I failed, it wasn't really what hit me. It was the fact that I got second to the lowest score. I was like, yo, waiting this up. But after all the encouragement and the fire to perspire to aspire that some of my friends did, I started thinking to myself, okay, dude, you don't know this course, so what's happening? Why is it that why was it this low? So I hit up the top 3 people in that in course and was like, guys, I need help, okay? I'm banging this in course. What should I do? Turns out that they were doing the exact opposite of what I was doing to prepare for that in course. And that's why I will always advocate for the fact that the more tests you do, the better. Let's talk about the test issue. Alright, so in my years in medical school, and trust me, I have been in medical school for quite some time, I've discovered that I've written about 29 tests and about 3 major exams. I mean, that's if you are counting 100 level 4 semester, second semester. Okay, let's not count 100 level 4 semester. I've done 1 major exam, having the second major exam in a couple of months. Please pray for me. So I've done like 29 tests that actually count towards my eventual score at the end of the day. But if you are looking at non-academic or tests that do not count, maybe about 15 or about another 20 of like mock tests, mock exams, practiced questions, past questions with my friends and all of that. So I've done a lot of tests, and what I've realized over the course of the test that I've done, and something my dad would always say over and over, is that no test is unprofitable. Regardless of whether you pass it or you fail it, it will always add to you. Meaning that if you score high in that test, you learn something from it. If you score very low in that test, you still learn something for it. So I would always advocate for the fact that do as many tests as possible, regardless of whether you're going to fail or not. But most of the people that I'll talk to about this particular thing always say that they do not want to do tests, they do not want to do mock, they don't want to do past questions because, well, there are usually 3 reasons. 1, they're afraid they're going to fail. 2, they feel that they are not competent enough at the moment to take that test. 3, they are confused about how to prepare or what to even read concerning those things. So I'm going to take you through those 3 things and hopefully get you to the point where at the end of this video you are ready to start doing past questions every single day and go for mock exams every single month up until the time you get to your final exam. Good? Good. Alright, so the first reason, they're afraid of failure, right? What I've realized about failing is that regardless of what you are doing, if you are starting something new, you are going to fail at it. Nobody starts learning any new skill and is automatically good at it. You start learning, you fail, you keep trying, you get better, and you become a pro. I heard this quote once that said, the master has failed more times than the student has even tried. So what my advice would be to dilute your failures. Take as many tests as possible so that when you get to the one which actually counts, the one that counts towards your academic success and will be added to your final score, you don't actually mess up in those ones. Okay? Next reason is that they feel that they're not competent enough. They feel that they don't really know how they're supposed to go about it. My brother, look, competence comes from experience. You must have been doing something long enough for you to feel that you are competent in it. Competence comes when you've written a particular exam, maybe a practice exam on that same subject over and over again. So when you are actually in the main exam, it doesn't feel that scary anymore. It doesn't feel like you are not capable of handling this exam. I remember my experience. Sorry, I've been saying experience a lot. I remember what happened to me in my S2 exam recently, actually. This was it was a long case exam, and this was a complicated case actually. Much more complicated than the one I had in S1. The one I had in S1 was a fracture patient. And fracture, if you've done long cases, fracture is like one of the easiest patients to crack or to diagnose because the problem is right in front of you. The one I had in S2 was intestinal obstruction, and there's a whole spectrum of things that can cause intestinal obstruction. But what I noticed was that I was extremely calm for my S2 exam. S1, I was sweating through all my pores. Every part of me was sweating. But because I had done one exam to the back. I'd done it. I'd done long case in M1 already too. It was something that I was already used to. I felt, what's the worst that could happen? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. And I actually performed better. Or by God's grace, I will perform better. The results now, I'll perform better on that test. It was the feeling of, oh, you are capable of this thing, because I had done it before. I already knew how it would go. The hate, regardless of what you say, they will still tell you that you don't know anything. That one is still there. You answered like 5 or 6 questions after you are done clerking, after you are done examination. You just have to, do the act, all of that. That's just an example of how competence will come from you actually doing the thing, experiencing the thing. Main point is still do as many tests as possible so that you will have that experience. And the last reason is that they feel that, hey, I don't have enough knowledge, I don't have the know-how of what I'm supposed to do, or how I'm supposed to prepare for this, what am I supposed to read, how am I supposed to read. See, confusion should be something that is almost impossible for a medical student, because only proud people should be confused when it comes to exam time. You have seniors ahead of you. Even if you don't have seniors in your school, you have seniors in other schools. You have people that just wrote the exam the week before you are writing your own exam. So they will have tips, they will have tricks, they will have past questions, they will have materials for you to read. If you're confused about how you're supposed to read, if you're confused about what you're supposed to read, all you need to do is ask somebody. Prepare for a test, either it is one that comes towards your main exam or one that you're just doing for practice. Should not be hard as long as you are getting the right information. So I've tried to debunk the 3 reasons why people do not like going for practice exams or mocks. They do not like entering the exam, or they start shaking, they start getting that bladder reflex and all of that, just so that you get a different perspective towards test, and you start feeling a little more comfortable when test season rolls around or exam season comes up. You're a medical student. Exams are not something that are foreign to you. You and exams are paddy. You'll be doing exams up until the time you become a consultant, my brother. My sister, it's gonna keep happening. So it's better that you get comfortable with it now while you're in medical school. So I hope these things have helped you. If it has, leave a comment about some other things that you feel might help some other people, and share it with your friend, share it with your senior, share it with your junior. Remember, you can be doctor and happy. All you have to do is not